Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another meal prep video for you. I'm doing it because, wow, I got some snorting going on. I'm doing it because I need to meal prep. And last week I did it 1 hour in my kitchen, and it saved me so much time and actually made our meals happen and happen on time for the 4 meals I prepped, and it was a great experience. So I'm starting today again. I'm gonna show you the time. Ironically, it's the same exact time I started last week, so 2:21. 4 meals are going down. I focus on my trouble areas, which for me are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're the hardest days for me to get meals on the table. I tend to go real strong at the beginning of the week and then piddle out. So that's what we're doing today. Hopefully the baby will sleep through this whole thing so I can get it done in an hour, and I have some help with me. Tori's gonna help me. Okay, pulled my hair back, so we are ready to go. Today I did prep in the fact that I wrote down what I need to do, and I thawed my meat ahead of time. Woohoo! We're gonna be making white chili chicken. I have done a video on this before. I will link it down below. Pizza. And that's for tonight. No, we're not making pizza. We're making a vegetarian casserole. I've also done a video of this. I'll link that down below. We're making meat for tacos, and I like to mix it with rice. And then that taco meat anyway. And then we're making bangin' ranch drums, which is a Trim Healthy Mama meal. So I'm gonna make the sauce for that, so it's very easy, and make sure I start thawing the chicken so it's ready and easy to mix up on that day. Lots of talking around here today. I need to get started with my brown rice so that I can make everything else. Cups of rice started, and that vegetarian casserole I make takes a lot of rice, so I need that to be going. I'm also going to use it in my taco meat, like I said. So now I can go ahead and start making tonight's dinner, which is the white chicken chili. And while I do that, since I have a couple helpers here, they're gonna help me brown the meat. Thankfully, I have 2 pressure cookers, so tonight's dinner, the white chicken chili, is going in one of them. I was gonna make hard-boiled eggs too, but I really like to do those in a pressure cooker, so we'll see if that rice gets done and I still have time. Lots of you gave me great ideas about browning meat in the pressure cooker. Oh, my phone's ringing. Or in the oven even. And it's a lot less work, but I have someone to help me, so that's good. All right, we already had a frozen corn spill, but that's okay. Whoop, I can't do it one-handed. How's it coming? Oh, it's going good. Are you helping? Yeah. Lots of you recommended an onion chopper. I do have an onion chopper, but I don't use it. My kids use it all the time. They love it. It's a lot of work to clean. I'd rather just cut an onion, but the kids love it. And if I'm doing a whole lot of onions that need to be tiny chopped, like last week I wanted a big chunky onion, but if I have a whole bunch that need to be tiny chopped, uh-oh, there's Seth, then I do use the chopper. Or fruit processors, some of you guys said. I'm gonna cut this real quick, but you can film it. Seth has joined the party. So yesterday I looked to see if I needed any beans for this that I didn't already have, because I keep a lot of dried beans and then cook them and freeze them. Usually, like, I'll cook too much, more than I need, and then freeze them. So I was going to prepare them by soaking them yesterday. And I checked my vegetarian recipe. It seemed like I had all the cans I needed. forgot that I needed those white beans for the chili. So I'm trying to get ahead in that way too of just looking. So obviously I need to cook some white beans soon and keep them in my freezer. And I had bought some black beans, a box of cans, and I'm almost done with those too, so I need to cook up black beans. Those guys finished my meat, which is very helpful. I'm dumping in some taco seasoning. We normally make our own taco seasoning, but I had bought it over the holidays when we had run out. So I'll use this container when we make it again to put it in there. This is 4 pounds of beef, but I'm gonna make it go even farther by adding brown rice to it. It's a great trick for tacos, nachos, all the things. Half an hour in, and I'm having to take a break to feed the baby. He's 2 months old, Seth, and he likes to eat when he's ready to eat. He just woke up from a nap. I should have known I was running into that time. That's okay, my rice is still cooking. It has 20 minutes left, and this will give it time to finish up so I can put everything else together. So there's a couple things I wanted to mention. One is our last video that we did, my last video with meal prepping. There were so many great ideas of what you guys do to save time in the kitchen and to meal prep. So I encourage you to go there, look in the comments if you want to get some ideas for yourself, or if you have some ideas, new ideas, or things you love to do to meal prep, leave them in the comments below, or things you would do better than me to make it go faster. Love to hear all of those. And then also, just some real talk. Last week I told you it saved me so much time to have this meat prepared ahead and different things like that. But there was one downfall at our house. Mostly everybody knows not to just eat like random ingredients because we plan for a whole month of groceries ahead of time. And so we plan all our menus, and nobody wants to be eating food that we're going to be using for something else. However, leftovers are usually fair game around here. And my chicken that I had made for the stir fry looked awfully a lot like my chicken I had made in the Thai chicken. And it got mistaken for leftovers, and so a third of that chicken was eaten before I could cook it in the chicken stir fry. It worked out okay because Solo just mixed it together with the brown rice that I had already cooked and some vegetables and made a stir fry out of it, and the kids didn't even notice, but he and I ended up eating something different that night. I don't even remember what. I think some other leftovers because it wasn't that much to go around, but that was an issue. And I stored it under bags of ground beef, so I kind of put it all together out in my garage fridge, but it still got eaten. So I'd love to hear your creative ideas about how to keep things from being eaten without taking the time to label everything. I was thinking about maybe getting some separate Tupperware that is just like off limits, kind of, this is meat prepared for the next meal. Not sure what to do about that, but you know, real life happens sometimes. I don't think I'll have that problem today. I don't think the taco meat is definitely, I guess the taco meat is at risk. It is at risk. Everybody needs to eat, that's why I'm doing meal prepping, but that includes the baby. It's appropriate that I'm taking time to feed him too during this meal prep session. While I'm stuck sitting here, I want to take the time too to ask you guys, if you like the content you see on our channel, our family vlogs, our food stuff, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. A lot of people who watch our videos are not actually subscribed, so if you don't want to miss something coming up, I tell you, in February, we're going to try to eat as cheaply as possible in this house. We're going to work through our pantry and freezers and buy as very little as possible to get through the month. Notice that we picked the shortest month of the year to do that. So if you want to stick around and see that, please hit that subscribe button. All right, 20 minutes later, I am back at it. Baby is going to watch me. Are you going to be happy, mister? In the meantime, it looks like my rice, yeah, it's 1 minute from being done. I thought some broth that I can throw in here. And then my beans, oh, needs a little more thawing. And then my beans are ready to go too. Next time I am for sure gonna set out any frozen broth or frozen beans when I set out my meat. But see, I'm learning, I'm getting better every week. These videos aren't meant to tell you how to do it, just to encourage you if you need to save some time. Just to encourage you that you can find a way to make it easier for you too. That's really my point here. I'm just learning how to make this a little easier and get it all done and get dinner on the table with less stress in the evening. And if you can find a way to make it work in your house, and this encourages you to do so, that would make me really happy too. Meanwhile, Destiny's writing in my books and eating the erasers. Yes, that's very interesting. Okay, rice is ready to go. Everything I find I'm low on, sorry for all the singing, like right now I notice I'm getting low on frozen corn. I put it on my grocery list right away on my phone on an app all the time. Best thing to do, especially if you're trying to shop once a month only. Frozen corn. As I'm making my vegetarian casseroles, I noticed that it's kind of the same ingredients as what I was putting in the chili. That sort of happened to me last week too. Like the two chickens were both Asian dishes, so I was able to cook them the same way. I definitely did not do that on purpose, but I know a lot of people meal plan that way, where they do the same kind of meals. That week, there's diced, I was trying to show you, there's tomatoes with diced chilies at the bottom, just like what I put in my chili over there. And yeah, it's just kind of interesting. It does save time, so it worked out for me. I don't pay too much attention to that when I'm making my menu, so in the future I might, just to keep it that way, because it really does help a little bit. I'm gonna throw in some rice here. 2 cups in each bowl. Or about. And then I'm gonna throw the rest of that into my taco meat. I thought my kids were the ones who had made all the mess, but I did it too when I was stirring it up. The last of my chili is thawed now, the broth. Woo! Okay, don't fight over the baby. Now I'm adding some picante to these bowls. Using the same measuring cup for a lot of things also saves on dishes. What do you know? We got this bowl of casserole mixed up, and I'm about to mix up this one. The last meal I'm gonna prep is sauce that we just put on drumsticks, chicken drumsticks. So I'll show you basically what that is really quick. I won't share the exact recipe with you. It's a Trim Healthy Mama recipe out of this book that I love. So I encourage you, if you want some good healthy meals, this is a great one. I'll put a link in the description box below. And can we just say thank you, Lord, for washable markers. Okay, this is keeping them occupied for a minute. Struggling with the one-handed thing, but I started with a cup of mayonnaise. That's why we buy the big, huge mayonnaise around here. And then I'm gonna add a cup of yogurt, Greek yogurt. I'm gonna mix that all together, and then I'm gonna add in some spices. I usually throw in minced garlic, but I'm out of that. I just added it to my grocery list. But I'm just gonna throw in some powdered garlic and some dried minced onion. I'm not really measuring here. Add in some parsley, and I need to add that to my list too. Okay, next I'm adding in my salt. Thank you, Luka, for holding him. I'm using a tiny measuring spoon. And then I'm gonna add in some pepper. It's good with a lot of salt though, I will say that. It's not too salty. I'm gonna mix that all together. Here's the final result of that sauce. So what will happen is, a big part of my meal prep is just putting out my meat. So these will sit in the fridge to thaw till we're ready to eat that one. It's a couple days from now, a few days. So I'll put this sauce all over the drumsticks, and then we put it in the oven at 375. It usually takes an hour or more for me, and we just bake them until they get crisped up and brown. And then they're really good. We'll eat them with vegetable, I don't know, potatoes, maybe make some more rice. Yeah, I got a lot to say there. Let me have that. You want that? So while I have all these ingredients out, I'm just gonna make up some more ranch seasoning to put in my cupboard before I put it away, and then I'm almost done. Okay, I'm done. It's 4 o'clock on the dot, so it took me about 20 minutes extra. I probably would have gone faster without my 500 interruptions, but those 500 interruptions are my little blessings and answers to prayer, so it's okay. They're the reason I need to meal prep. Are you a meal reason? Yes. Are you a reason? Yes. Are you a reason? No, he's a helper. You're a reason. So it was about an hour and 20 minutes total, but I think it's gonna be totally worth it. Will really help the rest of my week. So this is the bangin' ranch chicken drums. It's so loud in here today, guys, sorry. Yeah, not sure what we'll do for sides, but they'll be quick and easy. These are the 2 vegetarian casseroles. We'll just stick them in the oven. They cook, I don't even remember, like, I'll have to look, 50 minutes maybe. This is some more seasoning I made, ranch seasoning. And here's all our taco meat with the brown rice mixed in. It's a huge bag. I'll link these bags down below too. A lot of people asked about them last week. They're just reusable Ziploc bags. I love them. And when we heat this up, we'll probably just stir in some salsa and maybe cilantro. And that will save some time for sure. These are veggie straws, and I'm using to bribe my children to be quieter. And right there is our chicken chili that we're eating tonight. It's almost done. So yeah, I think this was totally worth it. It's gonna make tonight, make the rest of the week much easier. I think while I've got this pressure cooker out, I'm gonna cook some hard-boiled eggs. Belle and I really like hard-boiled eggs. And Belle, you had the baby last week at this video. And then, yeah, that's it, I guess. Come back next week. I'm gonna do it again next week. Bye. Bye. The floor cleaned up.